So let's see what we have with Dr. Dalia.
Hello, Ms. Nahed, and thank you for having me on the Lighthouse. I'm Dr. Dalia Al-Haidary. I'm an MD from Iraq with an MSc and boards in surgical pathology, currently a postdoctoral research scholar at UC Davis, the Department of Public Health, and working on the ReproNet project and also a remote video interpreter with AMN Language Services. And today we will be talking about female puberty and hygiene.
What is puberty?
Well, puberty is a series of changes that happen in the female and male bodies. But since today our topic is about the female puberty and hygiene, so we'll be only discussing the female aspect of the puberty. So like I said, it's a series of changes that happen to the female body during a certain period of time between the age of 8 to 13 years of age, where the female will start getting taller, having a more curvier body, breasts start to develop, and hair starts growing on new parts, and of course, the start of the periods.
What causes the changes that happen during puberty?
These changes are caused by the release of hormones. We have the pituitary gland in the brain, which is the maestro of all glands, starts secreting stimulating hormones to the ovaries. And from the ovaries, estrogen will start to be released into the body and causes all the changes that we'll be talking about.
What are the changes that happen during puberty?
The changes that happen during puberty, first of all, there will be a growth of body hair in new parts of the body, like in the underarms and in the pubic area. Also, the hair on the legs might get like more. A second change that will be the female will be noticing will be the appearance of body odor. Every person has secretions from the sweated glands, the eccrine glands, which help keep the body cooled off, even the babies. But at the beginning of puberty, there will be a new secretion by apocrine glands. This secretion on the skin, in addition to the bacteria that's there, may cause some body odor. And so what we recommend for females going through these changes is to shower each day, a couple of times each day, and to apply some deodorant probably, or with deodorant with antiperspirant, of course, under the guide of their of an adult in their family, mom, dad, or an older sibling. The third change will be the appearance of acne or pimples. Not everyone will have them, and also the severity of the acne or pimples will be different from one female to the other. This happens because of the secretion of sebum at the time of puberty, which makes the face more oily. So we recommend washing the face and moisturizing it. Sometimes over-the-counter products may help. Of course, under the guidance of a pediatrician or their family physician, they can ask about like certain medical products to help with this thing. Also, the scalp and the hair may get greasier also because of the secretion of the sebum. So using a gentle shampoo, the gentle conditioner will help this thing. The other change that will happen is the development of the breast. Of course, it could be a different size. The breast will get fuller and bigger, and the size will depend on the size that is already there in the females in the family. And again, under the guidance of the mom or an older sibling, they can choose a proper fitting bra to help support the breast as it develops in the female. Another change, of course, all these changes don't happen overnight. They take a period of time to happen. Could be like from 1 up to 2 years. The other change that will happen is the appearance of vaginal discharge, which is a clear, odorless discharge that usually starts showing really close to the beginning of the first period in the female. All you need to do is like daily changing of the underwear, wearing cotton underwear, washing after using using bidets or whatever. And the final change is the start of the periods or the menstrual cycle. Of the start of the period, it will not be regular. It may be irregular, and it will continue to be irregular from like 1 to 2 years from the beginning of it. Yeah, so you won't be expecting to have it like every day, like at a specific date of the month. It may be every 40 days, every 60 days. Yeah, so it takes time from 1 to 2 years until the periods get regulated for a female.
Why do females go through these type of changes?
The periods happen also under the effect of the hormones during the puberty. Each month, the ovary gets stimulated to form an egg. And as it is formed and ripens, the endometrial lining gets thicker. When the egg is mature, it gets released from the ovary into the fallopian tube. And if not fertilized by a sperm in the fallopian tube, it will complete its way to the uterus, where it will be shed out each month with the period, with the endometrial lining to the outside of the body as the periods. The amount of blood shed out with the periods each month is usually between 4 to 12 teaspoons. So it's a small amount going out throughout a period, not all on the same day. It's usually between 5 to 7 days, between 30 to 60 milliliters. Yeah, and we recommend, like after talking to an older adult that you trust or an older sibling that will help you know how to use like the pads during your periods, also using panty liners at the end of the period where the blood shedding amount is less. Also, you can, if the periods are still irregular and you don't know on which day they're coming and you're going to school, you can have like an emergency kit with you in your backpack where you put in like a new change of underwear with a pad and a panty liner. From our culture and from the Arab culture or the Muslim culture, usually we use the pads. Females are not encouraged to use the tampons or like the anything that's inserted inside the vagina, because it may affect the virginity, and we all know that this is a very sensitive topic in our culture.
Will there be any pain with the periods?
Differs from one female to the other. While some females will have more severe pain, others may have like really mild up to no pain at all. The pain usually happens because or it's called also the period cramps. It happens because the uterus is contracting, trying to shed out or expel all the endometrial lining and the blood out during the periods. And how to relieve these cramps is by using hot pads, having some warm liquids, taking a warm bath or a shower, in addition to using like some over-the-counter pain medications, of course, under the recommendation of your like pediatrician or the family physician or an adult.
How can females stay healthy during these puberty changes?
During these changes and during this time, you need to stay active, continue doing like the exercises and PE you have during school time. Also get plenty of rest, have your at least 8 hours of sleep during the nighttime, sleep early, and always maintain a healthy diet with plenty of fruits and vegetables and meats and dairy products.
So is there any other thing you would like to add to clear up the mess?
I'd just like to add that every female, it's a very sensitive topic. Some females might be shy, but they should always be encouraged by a close person in their family, whether it's their mom, an older sister, their dad, and to keep like the connections open and to talk to them, ask all the questions they have, get all the information they need, because they are like closest. Also, they can ask like a teacher at school and get the proper information from the older like adults or someone that knows better information than having it from like friends and peers at school.
Because it's a sensitive issue as cultural things. Nobody as mother talking to her daughter about those things. So she should find peace.
Yes, and not only the females, but the daughters. We encourage like the moms or the older adults to start the discussion, start talking about this topic with their females or girls going through this puberty, to help them through this sensitive and difficult time.
Thank you. It needs both ways for the
Yes, exactly.
parents and the girls. Thank you very much.
Sure, my pleasure. I hope they benefit from this information, and thank you so much for having me.
Sure. You're welcome.
Thank you.